For most of this month, temperatures in the Forest of Dean have been below zero, hampering movement. As this delayed construction progress, we thought you might like a preview of our sculptures documentary from a broader point of view. We hope you enjoy it. For many, this is their enduring image of Tewkesbury, but the fields and the town are not always covered in water. 542 years ago, Queen Margaret of Anjou, with her son, Edward, Prince of Wales, marched her army along the bank of the Severn into the town. Here, in these fields, she came face to face with King Edward IV and his army. Margaret and her Lancastrian allies believed her son to be the true heir to the throne, but King Edward and his Yorkist supporters disagreed. Diplomatic attempts to resolve the issue failed. In the ensuing battle, hundreds died. Many drowned in the river trying to escape. Prince Edward's death in the battle and his father's, Henry VI, shortly afterwards, ended the conflict between the houses of Lancaster and York. In 1998, the Tewkesbury Battlefield Society decided this significant event should be recognised by erecting two statues, one representing victory, the other defeat. But getting permission from all the authorities involved proved a frustrating process.
Occasionally you have a bit of an argument with some official at the council and then it goes silent. It was just like the Wars of the Roses. It lasted about as long and we had long periods of nothing happening and then some frenetic activity. But now we've reached the stage where a heck of a lot's happening.
It took 14 years to get approval, and now all efforts are focused on a massive fundraising campaign, which in 2012 began with the town's beer festival. Was followed with tabletop sales, a square dance, exhibitions in other towns, many quiz nights,
once played at the baseball ground,
poems and pints evenings, collections at the annual festival,
no one's had a wooden horse this size since the siege of Troy,
and a stall at the Christmas market. It's a long, hard struggle, especially at the moment with the economic situation as it is. It's quite astounding what a small town and a relatively small number of people can do. Phil Buse was their chosen artist and sculptor, and he explains the origins of his design.
This is the proposal document presented. It shows flat steel horses with mounted knights and a sort of forest of lances. What soon became apparent is we could build these large 4.5, 5 metre high horses, build them out of oak, which is far more appropriate to the history and architecture of Tewkesbury itself. The model illustrates that basically it's only two materials. We'll use natural green English oak, freshly felled, and the lance is in stainless steel.
Phil's first task is to find suitable timber.
But don't hit me. It's not particularly ethical to say, chop that tree down, I want that particular branch. We have to be responsible, I guess, and just go for stuff that's coming down anyway. The thigh, shall we call it, of this back leg and the hock down into the hoof. I can see that that would fit precisely into that particular tree.
Once chosen, timber is collected and taken to Noxon Farm in the Forest of Dean, where the horses and knight will be constructed. The first job is to remove the sapwood.
This is the layer in the tree where all the business happens. The sap, as the name implies, sapwood, where the sap rises, feeds the tree. This is the heartwood, which is the structural part of the tree that stands the thing up. That's the bit we're interested in using to construct with.
The victorious Yorkist horse is the first to be built under this scaffold. Each component is shaped and then dragged into position using a chain hoist attached to the main beam. All parts are connected with threaded stainless steel rods to ensure their security. Gradually, the designs are becoming reality. Each horse has a lance and pennant, with the design created by children in Turlbrook School, Tewkesbury.
We are making designs for the flags that are going to go on the roundabout at Tewkesbury.
To see what the final design looks like. So just hold it up and have a good look at it.
The flags are representing the Battle of Tewkesbury, and we have got to make designs like flowers and hands, and it's all got to be connected. It's going to make a shadow effect to go on the flags that the people are holding on the horses because Yorkshire won the battle. That's what we're doing.
Cheers. Are you all enjoying it over here? Yeah!
These designs were transferred to computer and passed to an engineering company who cut out the shapes in stainless steel.
We're in the process of water jetting the profile for the Lancastrian pennant using a Flow Mach 3 water jet machine. The water comes out the nozzle at approximately 2,000 miles per hour, which in technical terms 60,000 psi. The water comes down with a mixture of garnet which creates a grinding motion.
Stability of the structure in a strong wind is important, and the pennants will be connected to the lances so that they can swivel.
Lances like that, so the thing will swing out, but it has a weight. The pendant has a weight itself. So it will swing out to a point where the wind pressure is equal to the weight of the thing trying to pull it back again. So it will just flap backwards and forwards as the wind blows.
The crown of the tree provides oak for a knight to be mounted on the Yorkist horse. Phil seeks guidance from the archetypal Renaissance sculptor.
The inspiring example of Michelangelo's carving of Brutus. I think I've actually got the nose broader here than it actually should be anatomically, but I quite like that. It's got to be strong. If you're going to copy somebody, you might as well copy Michelangelo.
After a lengthy wait, permission to build came in the second wettest summer on record. Many days' work have been lost. However, Phil is keen that adding the head to the Yorkist horse will bring life, character and a feeling of movement to the sculpture.
When you look at the anatomy of the horse, they're quite narrow there. Comes to almost a ridge. I'm going to slightly alter matters around here. These two elements should slope in a bit more. So you're getting a widest point just above the eye sockets, and then this narrowing ridge of the top.
The final bolt in the head is in place and just needs tightening.
We're going to plug these countersunk holes eventually. Next step is to get the huge torso of the knight lifted and placed on the backbone, get him steady and suspended, and then that's this whole Yorkist piece complete then.
When both horses are finished, the Yorkist will be installed on Stonehill's roundabout and the Lancastrian on the verge opposite. But that's not quite the end of the story.
All the lower parts up to where people can reach will be all covered with low relief carving. It'll be tattooed as far as you can reach. It's the idea is people who live quite close to it, so they've got some involvement, not on this one, on the one that goes on the verge, so nobody's going to have to run across the road to look at what they've done. There's lots of community interest, but it's getting that involvement so people can think this is ours, not this is something somebody's plonked in our backyard.
Great gateway into Tewkesbury.
They won't miss it, will they?